YouTube, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, so I'm gonna do a quick how-to video. I just wanted to show you guys this. So this is a Toyota Tundra. This is a 2007. It looks newer than it is, but it's the first one that came out. This is a Gen 2 Tundra, the V8 5.8 liter I-Force. This is like our daily driver. It's a sweet truck. I just did some videos on cleaning it and all that, and you guys can already see it's already dirty again. Why? Because we use it like every day. But that being said, I just got a airbag light, so the SRS, and you guys come over here. And I've never had that before on this Tundra. Right there, I'm going to show you guys how to fix it in this video. Super simple. Truck has 148,000 miles on it. We got it like with 110 or something like that, 120, 115, and it's been amazing, no issues. I just did a full like maintenance video on it, the one or two before this. But that being said, I'm going to show you guys how to fix it. So I just wanted to show you that light is on. So we're going to turn the truck off, take the keys out, pop the hood. This is going to be just a nice Mitch Dore how-to video. And we're going to disconnect the Tundra's battery. I'm gonna get the tool to do that. I could almost do this in one take. So we're gonna disconnect. So let's go do that. Let's go in the garage. We're gonna go past my race cars. I don't know if you guys know this, but I got a couple cool race cars here. Literally race cars. So that's an EVORA 400 and a LOTUS EXIGE. Looking to get some more of those too. We have a thing called a clock spring right here. So I ordered this online. You can look at most major retail sellers such as eBay, Amazon, or just like carparts.com. This is super affordable, meaning like $15, $20 for a clock spring. But before we put that in, we're gonna need a 10 millimeter to disconnect the battery. We're gonna use a 10 millimeter gear wrench. We're gonna do the positive side, not just the negative. And we're gonna do lefty, oh, I thought I grabbed a gear wrench. I just grabbed a normal one. We're gonna do lefty-loosey on this battery. Right here. Make sure you guys disconnect. Why are we doing this, Mitch? So that the airbag doesn't blow up in your face. So once that's disconnected a little bit there, it should wiggle on back. Okay, terminal is disconnected. There should be no power going on. Wait, I don't know, 30 seconds. And then once you come up in here, you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver. You're trying to get behind the airbag. So we're gonna need the flathead screwdriver. There should be, I think it's just behind this little cover here. So we're gonna pop this off. Once you have the Torx bit off, lefty-loosey, or the Torx bit nut bolt, it's a T30. It's right here. It's underneath the steering wheel plastic cover. All you do is a flathead to get that off. There's gonna be one on the other side. You'll be able to pull the airbag off. Okay, so here is the airbag that jettisons out at you. Here are the two Torx bits bolts right here. There's one on each side. These are what's holding it in here. There's just two, one on each side. You're gonna wanna disconnect. See this? You're gonna wanna disconnect all these cables and then make sure you don't pull this out yet. And then you are gonna have to remove the steering wheel. Why? So that you can get behind the clock spring, and the clock spring is behind the steering wheel. So pull these up, you can pull these out here, disconnect this ground here, and then yank the steering wheel out. Disconnect, this is an OEM part right here, so disconnect that. You're gonna reuse that right here. This is gonna be the cruise control. And you might have some audio things or whatnot. So let's just pull that sucker out right there. And then the steering wheel, let's just pull it out for right now. I was gonna say you might be able to just slide that out, but let's do it in the right order. So hold on to that guy right there. You don't get another one with those. You do get a new set of cables right here, a new set of cables, and it's just a really simple part. Now this is probably gonna be a 17 and you're gonna need an impact. Okay, I'm wrong. It's a 19 millimeter. So you do need a 19 millimeter. You can have a short one, a stubby one, as long as you have an extender, but you will need it. Why? To have it back out right here like this. That being said, if you're strong enough, you might be able to just use a wrench. Good luck. But we're gonna use the handheld impact. This tool is like 99 bucks. They have them at Walmart, Amazon, good stuff. Get an impact. It's awesome if you're gonna work in a car. Again, this should be really affordable. The dealership will charge you $400 for this, plus taxes and fees and all that garbage. You can do this part, I'm not kidding you guys, this is like $15, like $15, $20. Let's yank the steering wheel out. Okay, it was a fight. It really was a fight. I really had to wiggle this off. This is an aftermarket steering wheel, and then the airbag is aftermarket. Well, the airbag, the badge is mine from MITSUBISHI.com. Swing by there. I'm actually sold out of those, so I can try to get a restock. That being said, here's the clock spring. We're gonna remove it now. Okay, there's gonna be some connectors on this. It faces that way. You wanna make sure that it looks alike and matches the part numbers. Here's like an OEM part number. Wow, it's made in Mexico? No way. I think I knew that some of the Tundras are made in Mexico. You're gonna wanna disconnect this. There's 2 connectors down on the lower side, and that's just giving the airbag and the power cruise control and the clock spring the information. How do you know the clock spring's bad and you need to be here? It'll make a clicking noise. Mine makes this clink clink. It kind of sounds like a broke. Look at that, obviously. And then 2, it'll make a clicking noise that's common. And then another thing that they do is obviously the airbag light, and that's what most people want to get away. You obviously want to fix that too. You don't want to, you know, have no airbag go off if you have like family or whatever in there, but you can do this. Okay, that being said, it just clicks on in right here. You can just see these little clicks right here, clicks on in. So let's disconnect the 2 down here, click on the new one. Sometimes there could just be gunk too. I mean, just over time, there could just be some gunk. That being said, don't turn anything or don't not align this. So we're gonna clean this. And then here is the old one, and here is the new one. And a couple things that you want to notice is that if they're, you know, if the parts line up, make sure they line up and they'll click and play. You know, they make a lot of these. This is a common thing that goes out. That being said, you're going to want to transfer over to the steering sensor from Panasonic and put it onto there, and it should work. And then make sure that's aligned, and what that's doing is going to give the information into this sensor for the airbag and tell a lot of electronics where it's going to be lined, and that was this clip right here. So 3 clips down here. Clean this, and we're going to restart the reassemble process. You can do this. If you need help, comment down below. I'll help you. Okay, we've done a little cleaning. We've clicked this back in. This is a new one. Clicked it back in. Don't pull this pin out yet, and do not click these in first. You got to do that. You got to set the clock spring in, and then you can do the connections. Don't forget a connection. There's the gray one. There's the airbag, yellow. Everything on cars that is yellow has to do with the airbag. And actually, we're gonna do the black one first. This black one, which is probably gonna be the electronics for the cruise control. And then we're gonna put the yellow airbag one on. And here we go. Listen, that's what you want. So all 3 of those connected. Here's the new cords, which is nice. Here's the old one. Now what we're gonna do is get the steering wheel and slide it back on. I'm sorry, before you put the steering wheel back on, put the casing, the plastic casing around, and then put the 2 Phillip heads back in before you put the steering wheel on, and then we'll pull the ejecto-cedo, cuz. Okay, wheel back on, tighten the 19 millimeter bolt back on, nut, sorry. And now we're gonna reconnect the electronics, and I did pull the pin out, this pin right here. There is a little plastic yellow thing. It can break off or it can be removed. I'm not sure if it has a effect or not, because this one had it broken off in there, but I don't think it affects anything. That being said, let's go ahead and grab the little gray wires and connect this back up. This is the OEM one right here. And we're gonna route, this will obviously go into the airbag, and then this will go back up in here into the cruise control connector. Like said. We love that click noise. Tuck that back in here. Like that. We're looking good. Okay, all airbag cables are connected. It should have a little play for the horn. Then we tighten on the T30 on the sides, retighten those, and then we put the plastic covers back on side. And now you have a steering wheel. This is funny. We should go connect the battery. If your airbag's gonna blow up, this is probably the time it's gonna blow up. Okay, Tundra's back on. No airbag light. There you go. That's it. So that's how you replace a clock spring. Difficulty, maybe like a 2. The most expensive part is probably gonna get all the tools. Again, T10, Phillips head, flat, 10 millimeter for battery, and and then the 19 millimeter with an impact. And then if you're strong, you can do it with just a 1/2 inch socket of a 19 millimeter and a 1/2 inch wrench, and you should be good. And that's it. That's how you fix this. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you like other cool race cars, make sure to go to my website, MitchRay.com. But if you'd like to see more cool race cars, go to my channel. I got a lot of Lotuses on there. I've built some Evo in the past, a couple Evos, 3 Evos. I've built turboed CELICAs, turboed MR2s and whatnot. So if you like cars, like, subscribe, swing by my website, mitch.com if you need some car parts. And I do have a lot of Tundra build on here too. Like, subscribe, see you guys on the next video.